What's going on, guys? This is Josh here with Techtopia TV, and this is my review of the TaoTronics TT BH07s. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie here. Whenever I'm not really a big fan of Bluetooth and just wireless things in general. My wife has a set of Jaybirds. I'm not gonna spend that kind of money on Bluetooth headphones. I don't use them often enough to warrant that kind of price. I just wanted something that sounded equally as good as my Samsung earbuds from like the Samsung Galaxy S3. I still use those every day at work whenever I listen to music or watch YouTube videos or something like that while I'm on my lunch break. So, cut to now, and I decided to go out and buy some whenever I was just at Staples one day. I just randomly grabbed some Philips. No, they weren't Philips. They were Alltech Lansing Bluetooth earbuds. They were like $30. I picked them up. I was like, hey, what could happen, right? It can't be that bad. Well, turns out they were pretty bad. They had a static constantly. Anytime that there was a signal going to them, you could all constantly hear it making like this whining, like a high-pitched noise. Almost sounded like coil whine in a GPU, if you can understand what I'm talking about. That's about what I can explain it, is what it sounds like. And it was really loud. I noticed that the right earbud was much louder than the left earbud. The pairing and everything had like a voice that talked to you. It said, oh, welcome to Alltech Lansing, blah, blah, blah. When you powered it on, it's like connected and, and disconnected and things like that, or powering down and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, whatever. So anyhow, fast forward, I took those back because they were garbage. I watched a couple reviews on YouTube. I know, ironic, huh? So I watched a couple reviews on YouTube, and I found these, and these are the TaoTronics TT BH07s. Awesome naming convention, I know. And people were actually quite blown away. They were like $25 on Amazon. I'll put the link down in the description. I think it was like 27 shipped or something like that. 27 and some change shipped to my door. They came in 2 days because I got Prime. And I gotta say, I am absolutely blown away by these things. Now, these things do have like the little controller here. You can long press the volume up to skip forward a track, long hold the volume down, it'll skip back a track. You can play, pause, you can answer phone calls, you can take phone calls. The microphone is kind of meh. I'll just say that right now. I did try it and do take a few phone calls with it and everything just to test it out. People said that the microphone sounded extremely tinny, like I was inside of some kind of like tube or something like that, which is pretty much how these things always work. But the audio quality itself from them, coming back from them, was superb. Now, I will just straight up say I am a bass head. I love bass. I listen to a lot of electronic music. I listen to some hip hop. I listen to every genre. Like I literally listen to every single genre with these earbuds. I listen to Sinatra a lot. I listen to a lot of rock and roll, classic rock, metal, R&B, hip hop, hardcore rap. I listened to some Hopsin on this. I listened to my boy's album, which he just released on Apple iTunes. So I listened to his whole entire album on these things, and I gotta say they sound amazing. The highs are good, the mids are good, the bass is low, as long as you get a good seal. I did have to try, it does come with some extra tips and some extra ear wings and everything that, to hold it in your head. And once I found the proper tip and the proper ear wings to hold them in place, these things sound amazing. The deep bass that you get from these, the drops, whatever you want to call it, sound amazing. For $27, I couldn't be happier. I don't listen to them all day. I don't listen to them for a long, extended period of time. I did notice that with the ear tips that I did have to use to get a good seal for the deep bass that I was looking for. There is a little bit of ear fatigue after a little while. I'd say maybe after about an hour and a half, 2 hours, it starts to like, you know, down inside where the earbud is, it's kind of pushing up against it. So it starts to get like it starts to get a little sore. But I pull them out for a little while to do something else for a second or something like that and put them back in, and it's all good again. So it's not a huge deal to me. If you wear them for a long period of time, it might be a problem for you. Just pointing that out. But for me, whenever I'm listening to them, when I'm working out or something along those lines, making dinner, I'll pop them in, listen to some music or something, or listen to a podcast. It's great. I have no issues with them whatsoever. They sound amazing. They get plenty loud enough. I don't know why anybody would ever need to listen to these things at max volume, but if you do, they work fantastically. My wife listened to them and compared them to her Jaybirds. I compared them to the Jaybirds. Jaybirds have more of a flat sound to them, so I guess it's a little more natural, and it's the way that I guess it should be. But these here have a little bit more punch and a little bit more bass, and I just love the way they sound. They're super comfortable. They're so light. It's crazy how light they are. As far as pairing with them, the pairing is super simple. They came up on my phone in my settings. I just clicked on them. They paired right away. No issues whatsoever. When you power them on, they make like a little doo-doo-doo-doo, and then it goes boop. So it kind of like makes like a little jingle, and it'll boop one more time to let you know that it's connected, and then bam, the music starts playing if you already have it playing, or the audio starts coming through, whatever you have going on. But other than that, they paired super easy. No issues at all with the pairing. I had left my phone in my office where I'm at now and walked to the other side of my house while it was playing, which I'd say is probably a good 25, 30 feet with multiple walls in between, and they didn't start crackling up until I went out onto my back porch from this side of the house. So the connection and the distance that you can get out of it is pretty awesome, and I see no reason why you would need to be that far away. But if you are that far away, it'll work for you. Now, another feature with these things that I didn't even really notice and realize until after I bought them and I got them is that the backs have magnets in them, and they can click together. So you could probably hear that in my mic. So they can clip together and they essentially become a necklace. So you don't have to worry about losing these things. So you take them out of your ear, you let go of them, boom, they pop together. Now they're there. You don't have to worry about anything. You can run around, do whatever you got to do. And then when you're ready for your music, just take them back off, pop them back in, good to go. So that's an awesome feature as well. But like I said, overall, I would give these things for $27. I would definitely give these things like an 8 out of 10. If the microphone was a little bit better for people that actually take calls on these things, I don't take calls on these things. I never will take calls on these things. I could see that maybe being a drawback for you. But I did see some other people when I was reading about them a little bit, is that some people were complaining, saying that they hurt their ears, they couldn't find the right tip size and everything else. Like I said, it does include multiple tips and multiple ear wings. So the little wing thingies that hold them in your ears do a phenomenal job. I shook my head way more violently than I will ever have to shake my head in my entire life, and these things did not fall out. They did not fall out. I mean, I don't think maybe a car accident could shake my head more violently to get these things to pop out, but for anything that I would be doing, I mean, I could probably play football with these things in my ear, or even ultimate frisbee, and they wouldn't fall out of my ears. They stay snug, they stay in place, they sound amazing, they're super light, the cable is nice and flat, so it sits on your neck nicely, you don't really notice it. All in all, I have to give these things a 9 out of 10 for sure. For the price, these things do not disappoint. So, this has been Josh with Techtopia TV, and this was the TaoTronics BH07 wireless earbuds. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.